Okay, let me check in the stuff. Oh, hi. Hi. Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you? Conservative name of no. This is weird. This was working before. Mhm. What is happening? Cannot read name. So dashboard is there. Plans, billing, screen capture, but then home. Did I? Result data site description. No, it's not. Hmm. Oh, hey. Yeah, no worries. I mean, like all the streams are recorded, so you can find them over at YouTube. Yeah, but thanks always for hanging out. It's great. What just happened? Is there? So I get the data, get the posts, and then user is yeah, okay, I understand now. I understand because I deleted some users and I forgot to here. I forgot to clean that up. So if I go to posts, which one was user? Yeah, I guess I would delete all of them for now because I had a different user ID. Okay, and then now I will do user home. Yep. And then here some content. Takes a bit to have the data because it's doing polling, but it's there. All right, so let's go back to where we at. Last night, what I did is, if I just let's make this smaller and make this bigger. So last night I added the customer ID, which we get from Stripe. So what I decided is to create a Stripe customer whenever a new user sign up, and now I can use that customer ID that's attached to that user to do some more stuff. And and since I would be sending the access token to some of my functions, I can actually change the, like, assign this customer to like some sort of subscription or something like that, which I was planning to have it in this update plan. Is it? No, it's update user. Update user, yeah. So supposedly this will receive a call from Stripe. Let's see here, from a Stripe webhook. And let me go to the dashboard. And then if we go to developers, webhooks. So I created two webhooks. One is update subscription and one is update user. And this update user is when a subscription is created. And then update subscription, I guess it's also can go to the same webhook, but I'm not sure. So when I send like a test webhook here, you can see that, okay, I need the password. Let me get this out of the way. And let's type my password. And then hit continue. Yeah, and then this is what will happen. So this is a test webhook that will get sent right here. And what we want to do is get the subscription ID data object. So this is the subscription ID. And this is the customer ID. So yeah, I mean, this is actually much better. So whenever someone subscribe to something, we would receive this webhook once a subscription is created, and receive this webhook, and we can get this user ID right here and set some roles on, I guess, the user metadata or the app metadata somewhere, so we can actually, and then the Netlify identity will have like some more metadata in there. Okay, so here, here's what we're gonna do. So first thing is we will get the, so this is the object that we will receive right here, and then we're interested in this data object, and then the ID of the subscription, and then the customer ID. So first thing is we can have, okay, payload data, and this will be from JSON parse, and then we will have the event dot body. So this is the data. Now we need to get const, let's call it ID maybe this is like subscription maybe it's subscription event. Yeah, this is much better. And then customer, and then the subscription event will have the data object, and then inside of that there's an object, I guess. Yeah, there's an object data, and then it's called object. Okay, so now we have the ID of the subscription and the customer. We can set some roles. Okay, so we get this object, which will probably, okay, items data, and then here I can do, okay, get the plan from so let's get like object right here. Yeah, and then maybe we could extract and we could extract the items, and then it's object list, and it has so I guess it has this subscription item and then the plan in there. Prod, blah, 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 licensed, subscription, blah, blah, blah. But I want this plan ID, which is inside of items, data. So the plans, or like the plan, where is it? This is, okay, so it's gonna be items dot data, and then it's gonna be 0, and then it's gonna be this one. So yeah, it's gonna be this whole thing, probably dot plan, because now we'll assume that the customer will have only like one plan. Like every customer will have just one plan. Okay, so far so good. We have the plan, we have the ID of the subscription, and then we have the customer, and we have the items. That should be fine now. So here is parse and extract webhook data, and in here we will be, okay, update user role using Netlify identity. Okay, so cool. But before updating the identity, what we need to do is here is pull the user ID from Hazura, which we can do. Then once we get this data, we would update the plan in the authentication metadata, and I guess that would be stored Probably we can have an extra field on Hazura database, and then we get it there. But also, it's nice to have it as part of the authentication stuff. All right. First thing first, let's get the user by customer ID. So if you go back to so I don't need a mutation, and then this will be get user by customer ID kind of thing, and this will have customer ID, and this will be string. It's required, and then we will have, okay, where is it? Explorer. So it's gonna be, what is it gonna be? I have it here. Okay, because I'm not using the secret, so it's not showing me anything. So it's gonna be users. And I was like using this authorization. I mean, basically this token expired already, so I can't do anything. So I will use my admin secret, and that's what I will use, because this is like server side, so nobody can see my secret in there. So we can do where customer ID is equal to our variable right here, which is customer ID. Come on. And what do we want to get in there? We want to get I think we only need the ID, because it's the same ID on Netlify identity. And here we need to define our variable. So this will be, let's go back to the data and then copy one of the customer IDs. I mean, we have only one user with a customer ID. It's gonna be that, and then this is my customer ID. Do I need like okay, so I mean, what okay, so I need to do this, I guess. Of course, needs a dollar. Or is it? Okay. I guess it's just, yeah. And then, boom. Yeah, and I get this ID right here. So let me copy this, because we're gonna use it again. This whole so let's first copy this response body stuff, and then we will change it a bit. So here we pull the data, and then we need to get our query right here, then change it. That's one. And variables, we just need the customer ID, which is here is called customer. So we're sending that, we're getting the ID. So now let's go to Axios. Let's copy this whole try catch thing. And then that's the stuff. This is the secret that I'm having. And the secret is it's all the way up. All the way up. That's that. And then I'm sending my stuff over here. Const result. All right, so to kind of sum up what we did here, we're trying to get the user ID from Hasura, from our database, and then we're doing this query right here, and then this needs to be customer. I mean, it can be also like customer ID, just like this, just to stay consistent. And yeah, yep, okay, that works. So variables, customer ID is gonna be our customer, and then we post to our database. I don't know if we need to do a post or get in here, but like, yeah, post would do. Then if we have an error, we would like console log it and then return 500. All right, so after we got the ID, here we will update some stuff. And if I recall yesterday, I've seen some Netlify identity app metadata update or something. Yeah, update user Netlify identity update user data. Note. I want to get I don't know where I found it yesterday. Okay, let's see, GitHub. Netlify. Wow, okay. Where did I do, like, I think it was Stripe, Webhooks, Netlify Functions or something. Oh, wow. This is nice. I'm like on the top of the search results now. Not bad, not bad. Nope, not this one. Man, was it identity that I did? Probably one of them. So there was a post from it's gonna be something similar to this one. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think it's somewhere around here. So we can actually get identity and then user from there, and then the user ID we will get from our and then okay, so put app metadata role superstar. Okay, this is what I need. So we need to we can't, or maybe we won't have this user ID, but then the token we can get it. So let's see. I'm not sure if this will work, but let's just give it a try. So we get the identity stuff and we get the user. Probably the user is not needed. Yeah. So the user is not needed, and we will have the user URL and the token. Okay. Now we need to update this stuff. So I mean, okay, maybe this needs to go a bit down. Okay, so let me get the identity, the user URL, and other stuff, and maybe you can wrap everything in this try catch. So this will be, I guess, result dot data. Yeah, result dot data, and then I think it's gonna be another data. Am I sending something? Okay, so result.data, so that's the Axios stuff, and then we will get data again and probably ID. That's what I will assume. Yeah, so it's gonna be, oh yeah, data and then users, and then it's just one. So data, this is coming from Axios, and then the other data, and then users, and it's gonna be the first user and then ID. So, and this is done for me. Now, where's the example? So I would Okay, so const hi Nofel, hi, how's it going? Update result is gonna be again awaiting Axios, and then put gonna be the user, so it's gonna be the user URL, and then yeah, and here basically use the metadata meta. This is gonna be up metadata and then roles, and then in the roles what we're gonna do is have, if you go back to this dashboard, there's this plan ID which we got from here. So I would just do plan ID. That's gonna be like the role that we will assign to the user. So we'll we will give the user just the plan ID as a role, and then in the app we can check, okay, is it like something like gold or whatever? Is it like a super user or not? And then we will send this user metadata in here. And of course, some headers. Yeah. We will have headers, and inside of that, it's gonna be authorization, and it's gonna be here the admin header. Admin auth header. Wow, it did even like fixed some stuff for me. Okay, so we send the user metadata. We have that. We update the user metadata, and then if that's done, we would like have something here. So maybe here we can console log update result.data. Okay, so we get the identity. This is from Netlify, and then the user URL and stuff like that. So I wanna test some stuff with this. Yeah, and what if this customer ID doesn't exist? I guess if, yeah, result, if there's like a result.data dot I think we're gonna receive like an empty array of, let's try this. So if I give like any dummy a customer ID, Oh, come on. What's going on here? Oh, okay. It's gonna be empty. So data.users and length is 0. We would return this again. Yeah. Otherwise, we would, yeah. Console log. The result dot data dot users. Okay, and then here, this is the updated data. And that's all we have. I think this is it right here. We're gonna, now when I do update the plan, which is right here. So updating the plan will send the, we need to subscription ID and valid request. Yeah, I think I don't need also the callback in here. And this function, let's change it to the ES6 style. So this will be return instead. And here we will be deleting this part. And yep, we don't need this return. Okay, much better. This is also not. Okay, so if you don't send any plan, anything, that's fine. And then we will get the subscription by subscription ID. And yeah, I think this needs to be updated. So here, I think now with the changes that we made, we could instead like send the customer ID. We get the customer and look at the subscription and check if this customer is subscribed to anything. Otherwise, we will create a new subscription and attach the plan to that, and then the webhook will call our other endpoint, and that one will like trigger the metadata stuff, I guess. No, but like let's leave updating the plan for now. Let's look at create customer that we have ready. So this one will check, okay, if there's an email and then payment method. Okay, we'll have the customer ID and subscription. I'll probably skip all of this because now once the user pays stuff, oh man, this is like very complicated. So okay, I'm not sure if I still need this plans and then billing detail stuff right here. So updating the plan will make sense, but the user needs to at least have like some data in here, or like at least they need to enter the credit card at least once. So I think it might make sense to bring these two back together. Oh, I'm falling asleep in here. Okay, let's try something. I'm gonna assume that there's no subscription ID, no like customer ID right here. I'm gonna assume the customer ID is coming also from the browser, from the client side. Okay, so here's subscription. I mean, retrieve. No, I think that we need the other part, which is this one. We will create a subscription with that payment method. And we will remove this else statement right here. And this is also. So we create for the customer also. We don't need this. We don't need to create the customer because we already have it in the metadata whenever someone is creating something. So so probably also we could include it in here. I'm lost in a lot of thoughts, so I apologize. Okay, so here's the data. We will assume that, okay, we will have, okay, customer ID. This would be coming from our data. Subscription will be there. And then we create the subscription with this customer ID. And with it, like, maybe so let's do plan. And then have just plan in here. All right. And okay, create customer. Probably the name should change to something much better, but we will deal with refactoring later. Let me. What did I want to do? Yeah, let's look at the dashboard. Let's look at payments. No, it's maybe customers billing. Yeah, subscriptions. Products. And this is the plan. And I want to get like the basic one. Okay, oh, that's nice. So I'm going to assume here if the plan is empty, I'm going to use this plan instead as a default one. So this is like the basic plan. Okay, so that's that. And this is inside of the billing component, so we need to change some stuff. Billing right here, which is inside of, I need to go to this subscription checkout. Here. Cool. Okay, we have this create customer, get current user email, let current user subscription ID. We don't need this. Probably this email is also like, do we need this email anywhere? No. And probably we could do, so once we send this customer ID, we can do it's, let's go to this function. I want to check something. So this is getting the current user, and current user is this user, and this user has an ID. Okay, so here it makes sense to say, okay, give me the ID, and then this will be user ID. Okay, so customer ID, like we don't need to update this stuff anymore. Like this is all client side that needs to go. And then here is yeah, let's just console log that. So user ID, I will extract the data from so here I would need the user ID actually. Yep, and then here I will extract the user ID. Okay, so now we can actually use that user ID to get the customer ID from our database, which we will do. Get the customer, like the Stripe customer ID from our database. Come on, B, where are you? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do is go to, is it update user? Yeah. I will get again this user body right here. And then this one will be ID. And here this will be customer ID. And to verify that, let's go to here and then change this to ID, and this one is ID. And I want to get, this one should be ID. And then the ID is this one. Let's get it. Variable and validation token protection. Oh man, what's going on here? Oh, okay. Missing something. Okay, I need the customer ID. Weird. Okay, let's construct this again. ID equal to something ID. What's going on here? By ID. Hmm. That's weird. Remove this entirely. What's going on here? Yeah, okay, let's remove this. Did I copy the entire? Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think oh, come on. What's going on? I didn't want to save anything. Okay, that's the correct ID, and now it's showing me the customer ID. So this is my new query right here, and let's just do some indentation. I want this customer ID, so I will just get this result and then do this and maybe console log this stuff. So that's that, and I'm sending this query, and then if the length is 0, I'm like failing, and then I will console log this stuff. And now the customer ID is actually coming from customer. I think it's it's like customer ID. User ID, customer ID. No, but I'm not getting this customer ID anymore. So this is gone. And then this should be user ID as in here. And now I should have this customer ID from my result of the user, like the first user. So we only expect one user in here. Okay, and then this is the customer ID. We update the plan, and all is good. And then we would send back the subscription ID, and then like the customer ID. All right, I think that might actually work. Because you get the ID, we have the payment method and everything else. Okay, so let's do this stuff. What did we do? So add update user and create customer endpoints, and then I'll push them to Netlify. Okay, and let's go to Netlify. And then see the rubber goose deploys. It's actually okay. It's building. I want to like deploy just the Lambda functions. I think there's a way also to do it using Netlify Dev and have everything kind of running locally. But probably in one of the streams I would use that setup. But let's see. Here everything was building fine, so hopefully no issues. Okay, it's building the Lambda stuff. And we should be good to go. So hopefully now when I enter this card, which is a fake card, by the way, this is a test card, so I'm just hitting 42, 42, 42. And let's go to, where is it? At the network. I'm here, I'm at the network. So I will update the payment and it will send stuff somewhere. And somehow I didn't see, I'm not seeing, okay. No GraphQL filter. Did we console log anything? Okay, plan of null. Okay, yeah, okay. Where's the plan? This.state.plan. What am I doing here? Where's the plan? This is actually, yeah, this is actually a class component. So I should probably look at it. I don't know how this was working before, but anyway. So let's hard code the plan for now. Or, I mean, if we send it empty, that also would work. Okay. Cool. So let's update again. Yeah, create the customer, and then it's returning. What does it return? Failed to the response data preview header. Of course. But I'm sending all these headers back. What are you talking about? Let's check the logs. So hopefully there's some logs. Okay, handle ones. Axis is not defined. Ah, like so stupid. Of course, I need to import Axios for things to work, and like the Hazura secret and Stripe, which I'm not doing. And I mean, I have Stripe here, but whatever, man. Okay, that. And where was it again? Yeah. Okay. So this one we will, okay, fix import dependent, import Axios. Let's push. Oh man. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. You need to live through this, but through my frustration. It didn't like. So we have Axios, we have Stripe, we have the Hasura secret. Yep. All is good there. And let's see now. Come on, come on, come on. Yep, that's cool. Okay, all is good. Let's try again. Come on, you should work now. Yep, it's sending. I hate this. Create customer. Okay, so much better. Okay, where is it? The customer has no attached payment source or default payment method. But aren't we doing that in here? Subscription, create, and then I give it the customer plan, and then payment source or default payment. Okay. Yeah, I think also I need to update the customer payment method, update plan. Customer payment method. I guess I need to update the customer. What is it? Customer payment methods list, attach payment method to customer. Stripe attach something. And this is the payment method, and then the customer. All right, I guess then Where is it? Create. So when I create, am I sending the payment method? Yeah, I think I'm like, yeah, it's here. So I don't need this, but it's actually this. Yeah, I mean, I'm already like doing that. So let me get the payment method. And I get the customer ID. Attach payment method. So what I will do is Stripe const maybe PM result. And then I have payment method. I will attach it to and then maybe an object. This would be customer, and then here this would be customer ID. Yep. Probably I don't need this result. Okay, so I did that, and now I can create a subscription, I guess. And this can be maybe moved in here. Yeah. Just to be able to log the error. Payment method. Okay. That's deploying again. One new function. All is good. So let's try again now. It's doing the payment method. Oh, of course, it's still failing. Functions, create customer. Come on, work with me. Show me some logs. Customer has no attached payment source. I mean, I know that. Maybe there's something. Okay, error type error message. Cannot read property ID of null. Property ID of null. Of null. Okay, where do I have this ID stuff? Is it like subscription ID that you mean here? Subscription.id. Subscriptions. So this happened before at 41, and this is like the new I'll just try again just for fun. Okay, and then refresh this and see. Okay, so we have the customer ID. Okay, this customer has no attached payment or default payment method. Attach payment method, and then we give it the payment method and the customer ID. Why it's not getting that? Customer, and then the customer ID. This is the payment method. Something is not. I don't get like the timing in here. Where is it? ID of null, blah blah blah. So that's fine. But here is complaining about. Okay, let's see. So we have the customer, and then this customer has no attached payment source or default payment. But I'm attaching stuff in here. Created, that's the customer. Let's see. Doesn't have an attached payment method source. You are adding a Stripe token to your HTML form, but you aren't doing anything with it. And so you need to add. Node.js Stripe. Let's just wrap all of this into quotes. So here we have the attach. So this attaches payment method object to a customer. To use this payment method as the default for invoice or subscription payment, set invoice settings default on the customer. Where's this one? So I need to set this to default, I guess. Where was it before? Update plan, update subscription. No, this is not. Retrieve. So where do I set this? To use this payment set on the customer invoice settings. Okay. Invoice settings and then default payment, and this is part of the customer. So okay, so let's take this now. So we attached the payment, which is here. I'm gonna like set it as the default payment method, which is inside of okay, where's this order ID? Okay, so it's not, we don't need the metadata stuff, and this needs to be awaited, and we don't need this function right here. This metadata should be now invoice. Where is it? Invoice settings and default payment method would be the payment method. Okay, so we update the customer, we have that, and now we can set the customer ID. Okay. The more I learn about this, make more sense to me. I think the API are very well structured at Stripe, so good job there. So here is like make payment method as default. I mean, probably also like in the subscription here, we could use like customer ID and then set the payment method. But let's see, we will deploy, and we have deploys. And my phone is dead, and it's getting super late in here, so hopefully this will be the working deploy. All right. Let's see now. Yeah. Yay, full name. I think we did it. I think so. So let's go to functions and create customer. Yep. Customer ID, that's the thing. And yeah, I think we did it. We indeed created like a subscription in here. And if we go to update, where was it? Update user, I think. Okay. So it was called cannot read property ID of undefined. We have this ID here. So let's go to update user. Object. Cannot read property ID of undefined. Where? Which ID you can't? Which of the IDs you can't get? Subscription event data, that object. The ID. We logged the users, and then we have the identity here. We have the ID. So that's that. Maybe the plan.id is... Yeah, maybe the plan.id is not the right one. Where is the webhooks that we have? Update user. So this is whenever subscription is created. And we get like this 500, that's fine. Data, object, items, so inside of data object we have items, and inside of items we have data, and on side of data we have plan. So the first element, and okay, I think I need to debug this. Probably I'm missing something, but yeah, but you get the idea. I will try to fix it maybe tomorrow, and then we will see. But thank you for watching, whoever watched this, and see you next time. Bye bye.